Really? The days just keep getting crazier. I hope you guys enjoyed that video I made. I made that. I was pretty fucking drunk when I made it, but so I hope I got it right. But I was talking about that Su-57 deal and stuff. So from Russia to Turkey and China. So it's just crazy days we're living in. It got even crazier just now. Vladimir Putin thought he'd fucking christen a brand new one of these things. He's got a couple of them surrounding our shores right now. They're called the Oscar 2s. The dreaded Oscar 2s. I like it how he calls it Oscar 2s because Oscars sit there like that. And then as soon as a minnow goes in, fuck on that motherfucker. And then it's just slag and waits till the thing gets within like about that distance. And that motherfucker just, that's what they do when they get older. But my young ones will chase those fucking fish through that tank until everybody is dead. So there's no survival in that tank. So just like there's no survival from this doomsday apocalyptic weapon that Vladimir Putin has now created. Thank you, Vladimir Putin, for creating the Oscar 2. You just had to create a vessel that's fucking 604 feet long. That weighing in at, I don't even, God knows what just the motherfucker weighs in at with it fully loaded. But it's got 6 Poseidons on it. And he warned NATO today a fresh new warning as he threw fucking champagne against this thing. Setting out to go over to Europe. That's where it's headed. That's what he said. This thing's going to Europe. Okay. And he warned them. He said, "Stay the fuck away from me on my border in Ukraine, the Ukrainian border. Stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from me, Trump, down in Venezuela. Keep your goddamn special forces back." He gave a warning. He actually warned the world about these special forces on the ground and Trump and Champ. And he said that this fucking thing is ready to go. It is ready to kill the West. It is ready to kill all of England in one torpedo. Well, you know, you could target, you know, picture my head being a fucking, you know, the island. You know, you're going to have them coming here. You're going to have them coming here. You're going to have them coming here, here, and here. They're going to surround that island, and then they just boom, create a tidal wave of just radioactive fallout. And that's the end of that fucking, that's the end of Britain as you know it. It's that quick, dude. Just one sub. That's all it takes. It could take out an area that size, so that's how big this thing could take out. So then you got the Satan 2 over there, the dreaded Satan 2. We haven't forgotten about you. Yeah, you little hypersonic motherfucker with your 12 nukes and your 4 dummies. So it's about, because our THAAD system was created in the fucking 90s, dude. Like the ones we're using now in the mid 90s. So our missile defense systems are just a little outdated against missiles like this and Zircom and, you know, Skyfall and shit. So some of you like to hear about the war news. I love the war news. Some of you are like, oh God, you know. Some people are like, I don't like swearing so much. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Dude, it's gonna be a brand new world, man. We're gonna have, seriously, we could possibly be having World War III in like a day or two or whatever. Whenever either NATO or Trump or whoever decides to go head-to-head with China, Russia, or Maduro's men down there, it don't matter. His men are surrounded right now with Spetsnaz. And those Spetsnaz are marching around, be like, showing all those Venezuelan girls, be like, yeah, you want the Russian dick? I'm sure, dude. I'm sure they're having a good old time down there in Venezuela. Yeah, they're like, oh, you got electricity? I like you guys. You'd be like, yeah, I got electricity, women. You know? You know, I shouldn't say this, but it reminds me of the stories that my grandfather used to tell me. when I was about fucking Preston's age, when I was about 13 years old. He'd sit down and get drunk at the cabin, or when we were out fishing, he'd tell me all these stories about how he'd go to these islands on the USS Nitro, because my grandpa was a champion in life, and he's a champion in death. He's in heaven, and I'll see him again. But anyway, love you, Gramps. If you're looking down right now, I love you and blow you a kiss. Schmitty, I miss you, buddy. I'll see you again someday. So hopefully in many, 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 many years. So anyway, to get back on point. God damn it. Now I lost fucking track. Well, anyway, oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, you'd go to these islands, and it's just like how the GIs went into like France, liberated them. If they got chocolate or they got that, or they got champagne, these islanders ain't got shit, and they're like, oh, chocolate, champagne, booze. So when the sailors would get them all boozed up on these islands and take them back into huts and stuff. So yeah, they'd have a little bit of fun in the huts. So sorry if I offended you, stars, but that's true. That's history. I love it. I love every bit of his stories, and I can't wait to hear what I wouldn't pay to hear one more story, one more good World War II story from the old Schmitty, dude. Shitty Schmitty. We called him Shitty Schmitty at the end because he gets so shitty that he'd fucking get shitty. Shitty, shitty, shitty. Shitty, getting shitty. So we called him Shitty Schmitty. So that's how he got his fucking name. Because he would literally get so fucking drunk up deer hunting with the cabin and stuff towards the end. By the time his liver was really fucked and he can only handle about 4 drinks, and then he was on the ground shitting his pants. It was awesome. I loved to get him drunk. He was a cheap drunk towards the end. It was great. We had fun. And fucking up deer hunting, this crazy, just picture this old fat man that can barely walk around with, you know, with this leather bomber jacket with like lettering all over it about all, you know, World War II, and just crazy, with a gigantic 44 Magnum with a fucking red dot scope on it, falling around drunk, shitting your pants, eventually makes his way to his chair, only about fucking because he would only be like 150 feet off the road, so he'd always sit out there and wait for the deer to cross, which is smart. Because those deer know on the one side of the road there's non-hunting, on the other side there's hunting. They're not dumb up there. They're all in the non-hunting area by the campground, dude. And down there right by the headwaters, right where you have that beautiful path. You know what I'm talking about. If you've been to Itasca, you know that beautiful path, the headwaters path. Yeah, that's where they are. They're on the other side right by the lake, Lake Itasca, dude. That's where they are. And they always hunt over there, and like, I'm sick of going up there. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I'd rather just hunt close to here where my wife would want to go, because she's like, I ain't going to Itasca to stand. She's like, I'll go into a nice heated little tent. And I want to get her into hunting really bad. I want to make it more of a family thing, because when the shit hits the fan, I need her to be able to shoot something. I've never seen her shoot anything before. Preston shot like squirrels and gophers and shit, so he hasn't shot a deer yet, but we're gonna get there. We got to get him through hunter safety. Him and the wife are gonna be going through hunter safety as soon as one's available. They're gonna give her a little bing on her phone, and then she'll be able to get him signed up, so that'll be cool. So sorry, I'm just ranting and raving here, but I should seriously get back onto the main point here. If you're still watching this video, probably not. High as hell. Anyway, Trump, leave Vladimir Boot Scoot and Putin alone. We do not need Skyfall. We do not need Zerbcom. I don't need these missiles targeted only fucking 4.5 hours from my house. We got a place called Minot, and and you got a place called Camp David, and the new Camp David, and the Pentagon. Hell, you probably hit your fucking Denver airport, blow your fucking bunker. The one you all hiding on us and shit. How'd you like your bunker, Trump? I bet you like your presidential doomsday bunkers, you motherfucker, with your 200-mile-an-hour high-speed trains. Your luxury fucking hotel underneath the ground, dude. How you like Putin, dude? Thing is, They ain't the greatest facilities, but they were built in like the 70s and the 80s, but they are livable. The facilities that Russia has are livable. You know, Russia may not be the cleanest fucking country in the world, and their healthcare system sucks ass, even worse than Canada, but you know, you got to hand it to Putin. You know, he knows how to take just that little bit of money that he's got every year. You know, he's got a lot more than a lot of countries, but in comparison to the U.S., we're like this, and he's like this, you know, with his spending. But you got to hand it to him, though. You know, creating weapons to destroy Nibiru, he's smart. We've been sitting back trying to create stealth. Well, he's got stealth too, but he's got better scientists than we do. Doomsday scientist, dude. He's got like the craziest scientists on Mother Earth in Mother Russia. So that's where they are, and that's where they make money, and that's where Putin makes sure I'm sure they're taken care of real well over there. I don't even want to get into that. But I'm sure the scientists are like, yeah, I love Russia. Russia good. I got naked slaves and everything else for them. Royal ball washers over there for these scientists. Who knows? This is Russia, dude. This is Putin. Putin getting, he makes friends in high places because the guy's a champion, dude. But he's a thug. You gotta watch out, the motherfucker. You gotta watch him. He's ex-KGB. I don't think he would ever do it, because then we would fire nukes and then we would kill him. Most certainly the U.S. would kill Putin, and then Putin would, well, unleash the gates of hell. You know what I'm saying? Operation Dead Hand, where every single operational nuke at their disposal fires all at one exact time against their targets and takes out the world. Because they look at it, if our leader is dead, the world is dead. And they'll take out everything. And they'll fire everything they got at you. And that's one thing the United States government does not want me talking about on the YouTube. On the YouTube, I call it the YouTube. The YouTube. I'm going on the YouTube, babe. And she goes, what? YouTube. I'm going on the YouTube. It's like the stupidest fucking name, YouTube. You know, I didn't name this fucking thing, dude. They're probably not gonna like that. I'll probably get a strike for that, but I don't give a fuck, dude. Yay! You gotta admit the YouTube's, you couldn't come up with a cooler name now. I like my name with my new name, dude. The Planet of the Crossing. No shit news. No bullshit news. Hell yeah, you ain't beating that, dude. That's like the best, dude. Alright, anyway, I drug this video on long enough. I love you all if you're still listening. As always, love and peace, and stay safe out there. And now would be a good time to start getting a gut. Now that we have Mother Moons coming in, start really getting your arsenals going. So, gear up. Alright. Love y'all. Don't forget to get a tactical vest, too. About $300. Then you get to deck them out, and it's fun. Then you get to put your patches on it. Don't forget your med pack. Better have a med pack on the back end of that motherfucker, a big one. Don't forget that. And then go on skinnymedic.com and start learning how to use Israeli bandages and blood clot, quick clot. These are things, iodine tablets. These are things you're gonna need to know. I like that guy because he's really into guns too. So I like guns. This weekend, I'm gonna, when I see my daughter, I'm gonna ask because he always wanted to be a cop and he likes guns. So as long as they want to make the drive out to the gun range, because my truck burns a lot of gas, and if I'll provide the ammunition, they can provide the gas, we're going to the range. So I'm gonna try to convince my daughter, who I haven't taken out to the gun range in like fucking since she's like 16. She's a really good shot, and she loves tactical weapons. So, and yeah, he's never shot tactical weapons, so he's gonna have a good time. So, but yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I talked to, his name is Chase, by the way. So you're not listening, but I love you, brother. You're a good man. So anyway, I love y'all. Crazy.